let's talk seitan. What is seitan? You probably hear it all the time. You probably had it without realizing you've already had it. And essentially, this is wheat vital gluten, and looks like that. What is vital gluten? It's a flour that's been washed away from all of the starch, and all there's left is a gluten. And gluten is extremely elastic, flexible material, kind of dough that resembles extremely well the meat consistency, soaks up all the flavor, and is just extremely good source of protein. So a perfect replacement for meat for vegans, vegetarians, flexitarians. Oh, these chicken tenders are just so yum, seriously. They smell amazing, they're nice and soft, and they're just beautiful. So definitely stay with me to see how to make them. Okay, so we do need a blender to make our life much easier. Of course, if you don't have it, there are ways around it. However, I strongly recommend having a good food processor because it makes your life so much easier and your cooking is faster and it's just a bliss. So, two attachments, if you've got it, for the tofu, sharp attachment. And tofu gets in. Don't worry if it has got a bit of water, it doesn't really matter because we do need a bit of water to push it. And now, how we're gonna season it, and it's all in seasoning. So, and that's it. Now all we have to do is lit it. So, this is our tofu mixture. So as you can see, it's really nice and smooth, and that's what we really want. So we don't want granules of tofu because we want this nice creaminess, and when it's mixed with a vital gluten wheat, it's gonna just come together as a one dough, and that's what we need for our chicken. So now, I am lucky enough to have a very good blender, so I actually have got a dough attachment, which will be extremely helpful in mixing the wheat gluten. You can also do it by hands, and a lot of recipes are actually recommending using your hands because then you can feel it and stretch it much better. But I have got a very good food processor, and I will use this dough attachment, so it's going to be so much easier for me and quicker as well to make my mock chicken. Our hero ingredient for today, obviously vital gluten wheat. So we're gonna start using less. So we're gonna go for around 300 grams of tofu. You need probably around 2 cups-ish, but always easy to add a bit more and a bit more tricky to take it away. So the general rule is the firmer your mixture will be, the more tough your seitan will be. We are aiming today for a nice and really soft and tender chicken breast. So we don't really want to add too much gluten. Instead, we really want a nice, soft, kind of like chicken breast consistency and structure and texture tenders. So, cups. 1 cup is 250 mils, but I will add you grams as well in captions, so look below. So, here we go. 1 and 2. So it's really important to make sure that your seitan will actually form a ball. It will take a couple of minutes depending on the power of your blender or power of your hand. So this is not quite ready yet, so we're just going to give it another minute or so and just wait for the magic to happen. It will come together as a nice soft ball. That is what we want. You don't have to invest in gym if you really have the good hands, good guns. Here we go, that's what you're aiming for. So let me just show you. And stretchy. It really does take a lot of power, trust me. Oh. It does look a bit tough at the moment. However, we will poach it, and once we poach it, it's gonna soak up so much moisture, and trust me, it's going to be the most tender thing you've ever had in your life. So, the final phase of making our mock chicken. It's really super exciting. Guys, honestly, start making your own seitan. It is so good, and you will stop buying all those weird meat replacements in the shops, I promise you. Also, this is so much cheaper. And I'm always gonna mention that, not only better for you, because you know exactly what's gone into it. You can't see any numbers on my chopping board. You can't see anything else apart from the beautiful spices, extremely healthy nutritional flakes, high in proteins, vital wheat gluten and tofu, so you get like a double protein whammy, winner, and so much cheaper. So start making your own food, please. So what we're gonna do here, we will roll it nicely to like a basically log. And one thing you will see, the magic will happen, okay? Because those chicken tenders, they will actually really expand, they will double in size, and it's so cool. So I'm gonna show you what happens actually on the pan. So we're going to cut it nicely in kind of slices, and then flatten it in between your hands. So it kind of looks like a chicken breast now, doesn't it? So we're gonna repeat the process. Flatten. So, as you can see, I've already got so many chicken breasts, but do not fear. Couple of super good things about them. First of all, they freeze super well. So the minute we make our chicken breasts, we poach them. You can actually freeze them once they cool down, and they freeze like a heaven. Seriously, you will never see the difference. Secondly, they'll keep in the fridge for a week. So, if you have a large family, look at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta-da! 8 chicken breasts, and they will double in size. So you've got 8 chicken breasts. This is probably a week worth food for equivalent of, 3-4 pounds maximum. 4 pounds for your super extremely healthy, good for you chicken breasts. The chicken breasts are ready to be cooked. We're gonna do it in 2 stages. The stage number 1 is a very quick fry. We're just gonna use a tiny bit of oil just to sear them, and then immediately once they've seared on a second side, you'll see how they start to expand, and then I've got my stock ready. So good.